7 of the 8 historic World Cup winners have already qualified for 2026, and there's one nation looking at all of them thinking something very dangerous. The World Cup has a Portugal problem, because Portugal genuinely believe they can become the 9th nation in history to lift that trophy, and honestly, they absolutely can.
Do you expect Cristiano to win the World Cup in America in 2026?
Wow. They can. They just won the Nations Cup. They just beat the European champions on penalties.
Yeah.
So they can.
Anything's possible.
Will they? I don't know. But they can. They've got the best left back in the world. They've got some of the best midfielders in the world in Neves, in Bruno Fernandes. They've got a deep squad. They've got players who's a bit of a maverick like Rafael Leao can come on and do a madness if he wants. And they've got someone who can always put the ball in the back of the net, and that's Cristiano. So they've got key components.
This is without question the greatest Portugal squad ever assembled. Under Roberto Martínez, 34 wins, 3 draws, 1 defeat, Nations League champions, and a squad built line by line to dominate a World Cup. In goal, Diogo Costa, one of the coldest goalkeepers in world football. At centre-back, Ruben Dias and Mats Nunes, both carrying Guardiola's stamp of approval. On the left, Nuno Mendes, possibly the best left-back on the planet. In midfield, Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Neves, the most terrifying collection of midfielders any national team has. And in attack, Cristiano Ronaldo, still scoring at 41, still hunting that one trophy that has always escaped him. The scary thing is, the results back it up completely. So let's talk about why Portugal are genuinely one of the strongest World Cup favourites, and why 2026 could be the year it finally happens. To understand how far Portugal have come, you have to understand where they started, and it wasn't pretty. Before Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal were nowhere near the footballing power people imagine today. 82 years of competition, 3 Euros out of 11, 3 World Cups out of 17. No trophies, no dynasty, no aura. Their only real moment of greatness came in 1966. Eusebio, the Black Panther, Portugal stunned the world, beat Hungary 3-1, Bulgaria 3-0, and even Brazil 3-1. Then came back from 3-0 down to beat North Korea 5-3 in one of the craziest matches in World Cup history. They reached the semi-finals before England stopped them, 3rd place. And then, silence for 20 years. Mexico 1986 was forgettable. They missed Italia 90, USA 94, France 98. Talented, yes. Consistent? Never. Elite? Not even close. That was Portugal, until one teenager changed everything. From 2002 onwards, Portugal never missed another major tournament. With Cristiano, 6 out of 6 Euros, 6 out of 6 World Cups. Portugal went from qualifying for 6 out of 28 major tournaments in their history to suddenly going 12 from 12. That transformation is insane, and it started in 2004, the tournament that put Portugal on the world's radar for the first time. Hosting their first major tournament, they opened with a 2-1 loss to Greece, fought back through the group, knocked out England on penalties with Ricardo Pereira saving 2 kicks, and then scoring one himself, and reached the final. And then Greece broke Lisbon's heart all over again. Germany 2006 was their best World Cup yet. They came 3rd, Ronaldo scoring the decisive penalty against England. Euro 2012 showed the teeth of the new Portugal, Ronaldo destroying the Netherlands, scoring the winner against Czech Republic, before heartbreak on penalties against Spain. Brazil 2014 was a disaster, 4-0 humiliation by Germany, but they were still there, still competing, and the best was still to come. Euro 2016, the campaign nobody will ever forget. Portugal didn't win a single match in the group stage, drew with Iceland, drew with Austria, scraped through 3-3 against Hungary, then somehow impossibly won the whole tournament. Ronaldo injured in tears in the final, and his team won it without him. Ada's goal, extra time, champions of Europe. Cristiano Ronaldo achieved what Eusebio never could, what Figo never could. He gave Portugal its first ever major trophy. Russia 2018 gave us one of the greatest World Cup performances in history, Ronaldo's hat-trick in a 3-3 draw with Spain. Qatar 2022 gave us the saddest image of the modern era, Ronaldo walking down the tunnel in tears, believing his World Cup dream was over forever. But what he didn't know was that Portugal's greatest generation was still being built. January 2023. Fernando Santos is gone. In comes Roberto Martínez, the first Spanish manager in Portuguese national team history. The situation was delicate: manage Ronaldo's legacy, rebuild the squad around the new generation, and keep Portugal winning. His answer was immediate: a more flexible Portugal, more aggressive with the ball, more creative, more dangerous. And the results came fast. Portugal didn't just survive the transition, they conquered the 2025 Nations League, 3 wins from 3 in the group. Then they exploded against Denmark in the quarters. Ronaldo scored. Trincão bagged a brace, Gonçalo Ramos added another. Dominant. The real moment came in the semi-final against Germany. Ronaldo finally beat Germany for the first time in his career. Francisco Conceição with a brilliant goal. Ronaldo sealed it. And in the final, Nuno Mendes, the best left-back in world football, completely shut down Lamine Yamal and scored one of the goals of the tournament. Then Diogo Costa in the shootout, saving Morata's penalty. Ruben Neves burying the winner. Portugal were champions again. 22 goals in 9 matches. Mature, explosive, ruthless. And suddenly the football world woke up to the fact that Portugal weren't just competitive anymore. They were ready to fight for the World Cup. So here's where we are. Portugal arrive at the 2026 World Cup with a super team. A real one. The midfield alone is outrageous. Vitinha, Champions League winner with PSG, and for many, the best midfielder on the planet right now. 2 consecutive seasons leading all ball touch metrics in the Champions League. João Neves, one of the most complete young midfielders in world football. Goals, assists, press intensity, reading of the game, already deciding Champions League knockouts. And Bruno Fernandes, the captain, the best assister in world football. The playmaker who dragged Manchester United back into the Champions League on sheer will. With those 3, it's not a stretch to say Portugal have the best midfield on earth. In attack, nobody attacks space like Leao. Felix still has outrageous technical ability. Conceição has brilliant shooting. And leading them all, Ronaldo at 41. 7 Nations League goals. 5 more in World Cup qualifying. 41 goals in qualification history alone. The all-time record, 971 career goals. The road to 1,000 is still alive. And on the left flank, Nuno Mendes. PSG and Portugal genuinely look incomplete without him. The man who turned Lamine Yamal into just another winger, elite defensively, devastating going forward, a complete monster. But what probably keeps Cristiano awake at night now isn't the records. It's the feeling that this generation, with this midfield, with this mentality, with Roberto Martínez, might genuinely be good enough to do something Portugal has never done before, win the World Cup. Besides Argentina, besides France, besides the usual favourites, Portugal are one of the most dangerous teams on that planet heading into 2026, and Cristiano Ronaldo, at 41 years old, going into what is almost certainly his last World Cup, has a real chance of standing at the top of football one final time. This is not the same Portugal, and the World Cup is about to find out the hard way.